When you think of gravity, it seems as constant as the air we breathe, an unbreakable force binding everything to Earth. We all accept it as the invisible anchor that holds us down, keeps our feet on the ground, and stops the world from turning into a chaotic float of objects and people. But what if I told you this unwavering force isn't quite as unbreakable as we think? Yes, gravity has its limits, and in certain places around the world, it seems to slip, almost like a magician's trick, only there's no illusion here. These are real places where the rules of gravity feel warped, bending what we know to be true. So, here are 12 places on Earth where gravity seems to vanish. Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam, one of the world's great engineering marvels, sits proudly in the Black Canyon of the Colorado River. Even if you haven't seen it in person, you've probably heard of it. But there's something about the Hoover Dam that goes beyond its impressive structure and massive concrete arch. It creates a surprising effect that leaves visitors in awe, and it all has to do with gravity, or rather, the illusion of defying it. People often try pouring water over the dam's edge, expecting it to fall down like any other place on Earth. But what happens instead? The water, after leaving their bottles, sprays right back up toward them, as if pulled by an invisible force. The reason behind this isn't magic, it's science. The dam's unique shape and the powerful winds in the canyon create an upward draft that catches the water and pushes it back up. It's like throwing a ball against a wall. The wind slams against the dam, and with nowhere else to go, it's forced upwards, sweeping the light water droplets along with it. Just don't get any ideas about throwing anything heavier down there, or you might be disappointed. Hudson Bay area, Canada. Now let's talk about one of the strangest places on Earth, where it feels like gravity itself has gone on a break. The Hudson Bay area in Canada. Decades ago, scientists uncovered a mystery here that has fascinated researchers, conspiracy theorists, and even supernatural enthusiasts alike. Imagine this. You're in a place where gravity doesn't quite hold its usual grip. An eerie feeling of weightlessness hangs over this stretch of land. Back in the 1960s, Canadian scientists discovered that this area was experiencing a measurable gravity gap. One theory suggested that convection currents deep below the Earth's surface were at play, shifting massive tectonic plates and reducing gravity in certain areas. Another theory traces this oddity back to the Ice Age. A 2-million-year-old ice sheet left an indentation in the Earth, almost like a giant fingerprint, causing a lingering distortion in gravitational pull that to this day hasn't fully balanced out. It may take millions of years for gravity to recover here. Hudson Bay's gravity anomaly is more than just a scientific curiosity. It's an eerie, gravity-defying zone that keeps drawing people back. With its unusual terrain and mysterious past, this area was even a key Cold War site. Hudson Bay stirs the imagination. There's even talk of extraterrestrial phenomena, thanks to strange shapes in the landscape. So, if you ever find yourself here, stay grounded and enjoy the mystery surrounding one of Earth's most puzzling places. Mystery Spot, California. Santa Cruz, California, a place known for its stunning coastline, redwood forests, and gentle climate. But hidden in this natural paradise lies a place that has left scientists, skeptics, and thrill-seekers alike scratching their heads for decades. This is the Mystery Spot, a place where gravity seems to bend, twist, and turn in ways that defy all logic. Since 1940, visitors have come to this patch of forest only to find themselves completely baffled by what they experience. As soon as you step onto the Mystery Spot's famous Gravity Hill, reality itself seems to tilt. Buildings lean at impossible angles. Water appears to flow uphill, and balls roll upward, defying every rule of gravity we take for granted. Visitors even find themselves able to lean forward at a 45-degree angle, without falling face first into the dirt. It's a place where nothing feels quite right, and yet no one can explain exactly why. For years, theories have swirled around the mystery spot. Some say a buried spacecraft beneath the forest sends out a mysterious electromagnetic field. Others think natural gases like carbon dioxide might be to blame, but no one knows for sure. The mystery spot keeps its secrets, leaving visitors with nothing but wild stories and their own theories. Magnetic Hill, Moncton. Then there's Magnetic Hill in Moncton, Canada, a place where the laws of gravity seem to break entirely. Here, you're faced with an illusion so convincing, it can fool even the sharpest eyes. Located on the northwestern edge of Moncton, this hill has amazed and puzzled visitors for over 85 years. Imagine driving to the base of the hill, putting your car in neutral, and taking your foot off the brake. The expectation? To coast further down the slope. But on Magnetic Hill, something else happens. Your car begins rolling uphill as if pulled by an invisible force. This isn't just some small slope either. Drivers, tourists, and onlookers alike have watched in awe as cars seem to defy the laws of physics, climbing upward with no acceleration whatsoever. Now, before you start thinking there's magic at play, there's a trick here. This strange effect comes down to an optical illusion, where the layout of the landscape misleads our eyes. The hill appears to be an incline, but it's actually part of a larger downward slope. Deceptive and mind-bending, Magnetic Hill has fascinated people for generations, turning what should be a simple drive into a jaw-dropping experience. The Oregon Vortex. In Gold Hill, Oregon, lies a place where the rules of gravity seem to unravel, a place known as the Oregon Vortex. Since 1930, visitors have been drawn to this eerie roadside attraction, not only for the strange phenomena it showcases, but also for the chilling backstory that surrounds it. Built on land thought to be forbidden by Native American tribes, the Oregon Vortex is no ordinary tourist stop. For centuries, people have reported strange occurrences here, hinting that something far beyond science might be at work. The vortex captivates visitors with its countless oddities. Here, levels, plumb lines, and tape measures all seem to turn against logic. Bubbles drift uphill, objects appear to shift sizes, and balls defy gravity as they roll upward. The area's 165-foot magnetic radius seems to warp everything around it, bending light, twisting perspective, and shaking the very foundation of what we think we know. And for those intrigued by the supernatural, the Oregon Vortex is steeped in tales of the paranormal. It's a mix of mystery and magnetism that seems to beckon thrill seekers, making it a must-see destination for anyone drawn to the unexplained. Mount Aragats. Across the globe, near the rugged border of Turkey and Armenia, sits Mount Aragats, a place where the natural world appears to betray itself. Here, cars roll uphill with no push, and streams defy logic, flowing in the wrong direction. Standing here, witnessing this strange reversal, you'd be forgiven for thinking you'd stumbled into some kind of illusion. This spot of mystery lies on Mount Aragats, an extinct volcano and the highest mountain in Armenia. Some believe the volcanic landscape itself might be to blame for the bizarre phenomenon. But there's another explanation that's both fascinating and bewildering. Without a clear horizon, the dips and rises in the landscape trick the eye, making slopes appear to run uphill when they're actually on a slight downward incline. For those adventurous enough to take it all in, Mount Aragats offers an 8-hour hiking trail around the mountain, where every step unveils another breathtaking view and another hint of the mountain's secrets. The mysterious road, Jeju. At first glance, this mysterious road on the island of Jeju might seem like any other stretch of pavement winding through the lush scenery. But there's something about this road that pulls people from all over the world to its path, quite literally. Known as the Mysterious Road, this spot behaves unlike any other road you've ever driven on. Here, cars left in neutral don't roll downhill. Instead, they appear to glide uphill, defying every instinct about how gravity should work. It's an optical illusion, yet it's a sight that has fascinated visitors for years, capturing imaginations and leaving people questioning what they've just witnessed. It's a spot where reality bends and what you see doesn't quite match what you know. Kyaiktiyo Pagoda, Golden Rock Stupa, Myanmar. Then there's the Golden Rock of Myanmar, a place steeped in legend and mystery, where gravity itself seems to be holding its breath. Known as the Kyaiktiyo Pagoda, this massive granite boulder, weighing in at a staggering 611 tons, sits on the edge of Mount Kyaiktiyo, balanced in a way that looks impossible. At 5 meters tall with a 50-foot circumference, the Golden Rock is topped by a small pagoda, gleaming under the sun as if kissed by the gods. And it's not just its precarious perch that's legendary. The rock is said to be held in place by a single strand of Buddha's hair, with half of the boulder seemingly hanging over a sheer drop into the valley below. The sight is almost surreal, as if it could roll off at any moment. Pilgrims travel from every corner of the globe to catch a glimpse of this incredible structure, believing that the sight alone brings blessings. Many leave offerings, from gifts to food, hoping to honor the gods and the mystery that keeps the Golden Rock in place. One look at this shimmering marvel, and you can't help but wonder if some divine force really is at work, keeping this colossal stone balanced against all odds. Stone of Davasco, Argentina. For centuries, the massive Davasco stone loomed over the Argentine landscape, a colossal boulder weighing around 300 tons, seemingly daring gravity to pull it down. Balanced high on a rocky cliff, it sat defiant and immovable, perched as if held by some ancient force. Imagine it, year after year, century after century, it clung to that mountainside, taunting the very force that would eventually conquer it. And then, one fateful day, gravity won. The great stone finally fell, shattering into pieces upon impact, ending its mysterious reign. In its place, locals installed a 9-ton plastic replica, securing it in tribute to the original's storied past. But this stone wasn't just a geological oddity, it was wrapped in legend. The local lore speaks of a king's favored son who led settlers to this region, taught them to raise cattle, and shared the secrets of farming. Before he left, he supposedly enchanted the stone, leaving it as a lasting symbol of his promise to return. According to the tales, he placed a spell to keep it from tumbling into the depths below, a spell that held true for centuries. Scientists, of course, have a different explanation, suggesting that small stones wedged under the boulder might have kept it in place. But can science really capture the mystery that stone held? When it finally surrendered to gravity's relentless pull, the Earth would have quaked with the power of that fall, a shattering finale to a millennia-old standoff. Rua do Amendoim, Peanut Street, Brazil. And then there's Peanut Street, or as it's known in Brazil, Rua do Amendoim. Cars parked here defy logic, slowly creeping uphill as if pulled by an invisible hand. Park at your own risk, they say, because your car might just roll away without anyone behind the wheel. Drivers who stop on this peculiar stretch of road will watch in disbelief as their vehicles gather momentum, moving uphill like they've got a mind of their own. Theories about this phenomenon have swirled for years. Is there a magnetic force hidden below the street? A massive iron deposit tugging at vehicles? Or is it a trick of the eye, an elaborate optical illusion? The truth is that Rua do Amenduim plays tricks on perception. What looks like an incline is actually a slight dip, creating an uncanny experience for anyone watching. This Brazilian street has become an attraction all on its own, drawing curious visitors who gather to witness the mystery of the anti-gravity road. The street may be an illusion, but its charm is all too real, capturing the imagination of all who visit. Up and Down Restaurant. In the lively city of Batumi on Georgia's Black Sea coast, you'll find a place that defies all architectural logic, the Up and Down Restaurant. This isn't just any building, it's a surreal reimagining of the White House, flipped entirely upside down. Step inside, and the world as you know it is turned on its head, literally. Tables, sinks, toilets, and even staircases hang from the ceiling, as if gravity itself had taken a day off. Every room pulls you deeper into a world where up is down, and down is up, leaving visitors to wonder what kind of vision or madness could inspire such a place. The Up and Down Restaurant isn't just a meal, it's an experience that makes you question everything you thought you understood about space and structure. Nanaghat Reverse Waterfall, India. Hidden in the rugged beauty of Maharashtra's Western Ghats lies a phenomenon that seems to challenge nature itself. The Nanaghat Reverse Waterfall. Here, water flows between two mountains, upward. Yes, you heard that right. The waterfall appears to defy gravity, sending water spiraling toward the sky. This strange and captivating sight isn't caused by magic, but by powerful winds that sweep up the mountainside, carrying the waterfall's spray back up into the air. Watching this reverse waterfall feels like witnessing a natural illusion that leaves everyone speechless. In this little-known corner of India, nature's force is on full display, pulling water toward the heavens and mesmerizing all who come to see it. Which one of these spots blew your mind the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next one.